Well, Passover begins tonight. It's a Jewish holiday that's filled with tradition and, of course, some delicious food.
And look who is here to share.
It's our buddy, Mr. Kantrow.
Hey, friends.
Kosher recipe.
Is my microphone on?
Yeah, we hear you just fine.
You've had a lot of microphone problems recently. I was watching last week. Your mic was cutting in and out, but I think you're good now.
Hopefully.
You're ready.
What are you making?
Friends. So we're making something that's called Matzo Brei, which is kind of I gotta crank this thing way up, it's sort of a breakfast thing that I always used to eat during Passover when I was a little kid. Now I'm gonna be honest with you guys, Passover's not the most fun holiday because you can't eat bread. And there's a lot of other things that you can't have too, like corn. Corn is one of the difficult things. So you kind of have to improvise to make things that are as interesting as possible. So I'm gonna sort of step up a Matzo Brei recipe, which is typically just matzah and eggs. So here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
You're gonna help me,
sure.
Titi, okay? Take 2 matzahs out, and then you're gonna put them right into that water over there.
Kinda
and I'll
like
explain why that is. You're sort of adding some moisture to it because it can be a little bit on the drier side.
Okay.
So what we're doing here is we're gonna throw some onions in first, okay? And the logic behind this is onions will make this taste a little bit better.
Right.
So if we had a sink behind us, then what we
I broke the matzah.
No, that's okay, because you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do that. Ryan, my friend?
Yes, there it is.
Stir it. It's all you.
So,
okay. So here are the steps.
Is it true that some matzah is not kosher and some is?
Correct. Some matzah is not for certain people. It just depends. Matzah is typically made with flour and water and has to be cooked for 18 minutes or less, and that's it. That's just the way that it is. So now that we've got this in here, what we're going to do is we're going to crack 3 eggs, throw them in.
Is there a way to explain quickly why no bread?
Yes, because a long time ago, back in Egypt, when the Jews were slaves in Egypt, we didn't have time to rise when the Pharaoh said, get out.
Okay.
So the idea behind this is, it's just easier to crack the one here. So the idea behind it is we sort of remember that we were slaves in Egypt, and we remember being, or getting out of Egypt.
Got it.
And so as a result of that, we eat unleavened bread, which has to be cooked for 18 minutes or less.
Okay.
All right, so real quick, mix these up, okay? Now we're gonna throw this in to here.
Aggressive with those eggs,
Wow,
Sammy.
what can I say?
That's like when he was cutting earlier. He's a very aggressive guy over
Are you
here.
under stress? What's wrong with you?
I'm running around with
CT style is not anger management class,
Oh my
right?
goodness.
Well, I mixed it up good. All right, so technically we probably should have put this in there for just a little bit less because now it's a little bit on the more moist side. All right, take this.
It's very appealing
It's messy.
so far.
Sorry, Tom Scrow and floor crew who may have to clean this up. I don't know whose day it is today. And then we're gonna mix this up together here like this, okay? That's it. Now we take this.
Yeah. And you're gonna mix this with the onions?
Maybe we want to add a little more butter.
They just said it was your day to clean the kitchen.
A bit more butter. That's okay. It's fine. A little bit more butter doesn't hurt, right?
Yeah.
I understand our friend Gary yesterday said you drink a lot of wine during the Passover celebration.
So during the
wine.
Passover Seder, okay, which is a night of celebration, or 2 nights of celebration actually, if you live outside of Israel. That's no joke.
Which we do.
Which we do, which is why it's 2. We're just going to leave it straight up like this, just the way that it is.
Don't touch it.
Okay.
Right, don't touch it. Sam is cooking here. Just Sam.
I'm just going to look,
That's it. We leave it like that. So yes, the idea behind it is you're actually supposed to drink 4 glasses of wine.
I see.
Now, do I drink 4 glasses of wine? No.
5.
I've never drank 4 glasses of wine in my entire life, probably. But that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's over the
You're really
course of the
missing
entire
out.
Seder, and if you do it legit, it actually takes a long time. It's like a 3-hour-long period.
Well, you're probably really hungry too at that point.
There is a meal that goes in the middle of it. There are all these steps that you sort of follow with it.
Sounds complicated, Sam.
It's a little complicated, but it's fun because it's cool for kids because it's sort of like, it's a history lesson, but with fun things. It's not like you're sitting there reading a book.
Right.
There are these cool little sandwiches that you make, and then you dip something in salt water, and then you eat it, and there's a lot of different things that happen during it. But like I said, the holiday is not the most fun because the hardest part about it is actually not being able to eat bread. It's that one of the things you're not allowed to have are any grains, and corn is considered a grain, and corn syrup is in everything. So it's really hard to find food to eat during the holiday. So one of the cool things about it is it's a whole week that you're not eating out at restaurants, which seems like it's kind of
a struggle.
Right?
It's a struggle, but it's fun because of your family.
Can we try this at the end of the show? Can we check back in?
We can try it up. Ran out of time.
We're going to do that. We're going to come back in at the end of the show, try some of the matzah. And now we're going to move over to the Acoustic Cafe. Very talented. Yes, thank you, Sam, by the way. A little round of applause for Mr. Sam Kantrow. Her name is Kelly Kansier, and she recently stopped by our CT Style Acoustic Cafe. Take a look.